Hey, look here. Today's a big day. It's Willie Nelson's 92nd birthday. So happy birthday to Willie Nelson. Today on Too Much Willie Nelson, I've got from 1993, Across the Borderline. This is 14 big songs in the age of the compact disc, running at roughly 60 minutes. Eventually we'll have a debate about the return of the record album and running times versus the old school compact discs and running times. This album may be Willie's single most stunning achievement. The early 90s were near impossible time for him. The IRS tapes review is coming soon. The IRS mess was dragging on. His uneven output had caught up with him. His singles were now lucky to crack the top 50. At the end of 1991, his son Billy died, and the following spring, in a bid to satisfy the feds, Willie left the road for a soul-crushing, months-long, 7-days-a-week residency at a supper club in Branson, Missouri. In 1992, he would wind up being the only year in his career where he didn't release a new album or even a single. Think about that. That's amazing. 1992, the only year. But in February of 93, he finally settled up with the IRS, and 7 weeks later, he released Across the Borderline. I found a slightly snarky review from 93, or maybe it's not. The album's most startling achievement, is that it is truly the artistic and commercial career saver that Nelson so desperately needed, and which producer Don Was so obviously intended. So Don Was definitely here. Don Was had produced a million bands, including the B-52s and the Rolling Stones. I'm not sure I would say those two in that order, but I just did. So this is crammed with big name cameos. Borderline is clearly conceived to make a media splash. What's good on here? Well, I can't just name every song, can I? So the first tune, American tune, where he's actually trying to sing, I'm just kidding. I like that song a lot. This has great lyrics about dreams set to a soft guitar. There is a delicate, wonderful collaboration with Sinéad O'Connor on Peter Gabriel's Don't Give Up. It gave me fond remembrances of seeing Sinead back in the mid-'80s, and what a wonderful voice she has. How about a song about the corporate takeover of farmland with guitars, accordion, and soft drums with Bob Dylan, who sings a tune he co-wrote with Nelson, Heartland, in a rare, lively style. I also like the title track, Borderline. I can even handle Graceland. Here's Paul Simon right there. A song that's a little played out for me because I used to live in Memphis. But this version is pretty pleasant and up-tempo. I like Further Down the Line from the great Lyle Lovett. And there's yet another Bob Dylan, What Was It You Wanted, which has a great hook. Still moving to me is the last tune on here. Catchy and energetic with mariachi sounds and upbeat guitars. Probably my favorite tune on this album. So critics loved the record, but sales were modest, and Columbia soon dropped him. That proved to be a gift. The label, which had wisely allowed him to blaze new trails 2 decades earlier, now wanted to brand him as a legacy act and to have him coast doing old favorites and doing nostalgia. So the irony is, of course, some decades later, he was actually signed to Legacy Records, a subsidiary of Sony and Columbia. I can't make this shit up. Anyway, this is the birthday version of Too Much Willie Nelson. I need to get out of here before I burn this tape. Thanks for watching.